Gaffer, pre-season victory here against Sunderland. What were your thoughts on the game?
Really good game. I thought there was a lot of energy from both teams. I thought we knew they'd they got a lot of rotation in their team, and they want to try and drag you all over the place. But I thought our discipline and our press was excellent. I thought when we turned the ball over, we used it really well. We tried to build our own attacks, and the 2 goals that we scored in the first half were great quality. I thought we looked sharper than we have done previous, but that's understandable. That's what we're expecting as we get to the latter parts of pre-season, now that we're a little bit less on the volume and a little bit more on the intensity. And I thought you could see that. I wanted to get another maybe 10 minutes into a few of the players, but we're aware of their lack of minutes in pre-season, so we had to make some early subs in the second half. But I was delighted with the players that came on and contributed again as well. The energy went up again. The shape was really good, discipline, and we could have had a couple more goals. So it was a good night's work for us.
As you mentioned, could have had a couple more. In terms of the chances created and the control over the game that we had in large parts as well, that must be pleasing for you as a natural sort of progression from the early games in pre-season. The guys, the Chorley, showing that progression that we have.
Yeah, look, been around a long time, and I know how pre-seasons work. You've got to look at the long term. You've got to look at what you've got to prepare for over 10 months and 50 games, not just to win a couple of pre-season games and then be undercooked when you come to the start of the season. So the players have worked exceptionally hard. Their effort has been fantastic, and hopefully the last couple of performances we've seen a progression in possession. We've seen a progression in our press. Our defensive stuff, and that will give the players that confidence to keep doing the work that we're doing day in, day out. I think you always, not always, but you look for validation in the work you do, and I think the players are getting that in the last 2 performances. It still isn't about the result, but it's nice to get a good result. Certainly, first game at Valley Parade, a few new players, a few players returning, from being away or injured last season. So it was good to see them out there on the pitch, and so we just remind the players that we're still not out of pre-season. We've still got to work on with the work. We've still got to prepare right. Still got to practice what we want to do, not take it game by game and do different things. We need to get our game right on blob really, so we know it inside out. And I saw a lot of connection out there between the players. They know where their teammate is. And they trust their teammate, and it was like I say, it was a good progression from the previous games, but we're still not there yet. There's still a lot of work to do.
90 minutes for a few more of the boys tonight as well. Neil Byrne, Anthony Sarcevic, Richie Smallwood, again showing that progression in pre-season, and them lads individually getting under the belt as well must be good.
Yeah, look, ideally if we had players to come straight into that and keep the performance, we would have done, made changes with those guys as well. But they've worked exceptionally hard in pre-season. They're fit guys. They know how to look after themselves. They're all 3 of them are experienced players, and I just felt, for the progression of that performance, we needed that experience on. So, they've worked hard in the summer. They've worked hard in the month. So, I was quite confident they'd be able to get that 90 minutes under their belt. So, they'll be a little bit sore in the morning because it's the first one for a few months. But they do the right things off the pitch, so they'll be fine.
Back out here again, finally. Pitch looks great. There's over 3,000 Bradford City supporters in here tonight. A really nice atmosphere, nice weather obviously. It must have been good to be back out here from your point of view, from the players' point of view as well. Yeah,
look, I think the biggest thing for the players is the pitch. They come on and they saw it. Look, the backing we get from the crowd, that's there, whether the pitch is a mud bath or green, but the pitch gave the players a lift. I think seeing that, the groundsman and the club have done a fantastic job getting it, looking like that and playing like that. It's really important for us how we want to play, how we want to progress. So that gave the players a lift as well. So and the backing from the crowd, it was good. I think they enjoyed the game. I think they've seen a team that's developing. There is a lot of newness there. Where, like I said, with players coming back from injury, I know Alex Patterson's been here for a year, but he's not played for me. From the start. He's been out such a long time. Verdane was out on loan from January onwards. We've brought in 4/5 players. new as well. So I think it was good for everyone to see them and them to get to understand their surroundings. So we've I was really pleased with the night's work, but we're back at it tomorrow.